What's going on, fellas? Welcome back. Hope y'all are having a better day than I am. As you see in the top left corner, down 1200, by far my worst trading day yet. Emotions, out of control, over trading, over risking, all of the above. You know, in a multiple choice test where it's A, B, C, D, what are your mistakes today? I'm at D, all of the above. Let's just say that. But it's still, there's going to be some values, you know. We turn L's into lessons out here. So let's see what we did wrong. Today was a prime example of forcing the fuck out of your bias. I was so bearish coming into the market today because, as you can see, these equal lows from March 17th, March 18th, and today I was expecting for us to pierce these lows. But as you see, we make a triple bottom. Dude, we don't pierce the lows. And we do a little bit, but I don't really count this as a liquidity sweep because you see, like, we barely, like, it's less than a point. So I want to see, like, an actual, like, a wick, you know, out of there. But, yeah, dude, very, very disappointing day. Let's go over my trades, though. So when market opens, we are basically hovering above this low, right? We sweep down and we low key take it out at 925, but not really. And then we basically just chop around for the rest of the day. And I was so like excited. I was so confident in that low being taken that I took a lot of like shitty setups basically. Yeah, so let's just get into the trades I took, honestly. Let's just see what happens. So we can go into my Discord too to kind of help me refresh on which trades. So the first one was around 9:55 on NQ. Here we go. So let's just hop straight into this shit, right? So what do I see? It's the same situation on ES. There's equal lows, or I mean, just a swing low right here that failed. This low failed to make a new high. As you see here, we make an SMT, we make a lower low. So usually those lows are very, very high probability targets. So I was expecting price to continue down and take out this low with a more of a better, a more convincing sweep than just this. This, like, we barely even nicked it. I was expecting price to come at least like 5 pips, 10 pips below this low, maybe even go ahead for this low down here. Because as you see on the 4-hour, we make a nice SMT on the bearish side. We make one on the bullish side of the spectrum, but then we also make one on the other side. So let's go here on the 4-hour. Let's go back to 4-hour. Sorry for my mouse, it's making a lot of noise, but as you see here, we can get rid of this. Boom, bullish SMT. But then here, look at this bearish SMT. We see a lower low on NQ, and then ES. Look at that. Higher high, bearish SMT. On the 4-hour, look how free these lows look, but we just couldn't take it out today, and I lost a lot of money trying to force that idea when the market really wasn't telling me that it wanted to go there. So as you see, low. This was my target. This low. So what do? I go onto the hourly, see what's happening. Nothing really happening. I see we have a hourly for value gap, which I could play price within. But my main trade idea was I took the fib tool and I set the high at this 15-minute high because it's like a very clean, obvious order block. And then I set the low at this swing low. So what do? I wait for price to hit equilibrium, right? So I wait for price to hit equilibrium, tap into this for value gap, and I basically just wait for any sort of confirmation entry. So what I enter off of, I see on the 1 minute we're bullish, and then I see this inverse for value gap get made, and then I enter on this candle closure, breaking structure on the 1 minute time frame. So it wasn't terrible entry. The thing where I fucked up with is like I should have waited until we get into more of a premium level of price. Like we just barely nicked equilibrium, and this is the main thing on the 5 minute. If you look closely, we break structures to the upside here. But again, going with my bearish bias, there's no bullish for value gaps. So that shows me that the bullish move isn't that fueled. It's not that like impulsive. It's not that strong. Because if there's a strong move, it's gonna make imbalances, you know. So I see price come up into this 15-minute imbalance over here, and I see price to break structure or whatever, and I'm targeting these lows. I have some partial set like this level and this level, but we don't get tagged in on any partials, and we just come up to sweep me out. Now we can show my executions just so you guys believe me. Boom. You see here, I tried it twice, lost both, stopped out on this candle here. Okay, and now let's go into the next trade. So on this trade, I try going short again. I see price come up, and on the 15-minute, we are still bearish, right? So my confirmation time frame, one of them is still bearish. I need the 5-minute or the 15-minute to be in alignment with my trade idea. So I see price come into this order block. And what do I see price do from this order block? I see it beautifully inverse this bullish for value gap, right? Now, that was my entry. I entered right off there. Had my TP down here. I took one contract. I sold on this position, the first position, I sold with 6 micros, right? Almost 50-point stop. I lost like 600 on that trade. On this trade, I only sold 4 micros, 30 point stop, and I took 1 micro off at this level. It was at about a 2R. So I basically lost another 100 on this trade because I took 1 partial, but then I didn't move stop to break even because I wanted to give this fair value gap a chance to, you know, provide resistance for price. And good thing I didn't, what's it called? I low-key should have moved it, but I don't really regret that. This was a low-risk trade because this trade, if it ended up taking my final TP, it would have been a really, really nice win. It would have basically erased my whole loss that I had for basically not a lot of money going down. It was like what was the R on this? Yeah, almost a 5R. So 200 would have turned into 1,000, and I only lost 100 on that trade, so not too bad P&L wise. The reward was worth the risk, and on this trade I was very, very confident. Not gonna lie, beautiful. We react off this 15-minute order block. We break structure on the 5-minute. Everything seems dandy. And then price just reverses, takes me out. Turns out the overall bias for the day, or the overall draw on this move, wasn't to fill this imbalance. It was to take out these highs. And there's just no way as a trader for you to know that in real time. Like, when price is in these imbalances, you have to assume price is bearish, you know? Like, yeah, there's a bullish wick after we get near this low, but I don't know. I feel like the trades I took were not bad trades. They weren't like complete bullshit random trades. It was just, I feel like today was just not my day, and I should have just limited it to 1 loss. I should not try the same trade idea 3 times, risking, like a quarter or a third of my max loss limit on each position. That's the irresponsible, reckless part of this. But the actual like price action and the trades I actually took were not bad in my opinion. Like this 5-minute inverse was a solid idea because there's no other PD array that could support price on the bullish side. Like price comes in here, we don't even sweep this low, and we just reverse back up. Yeah, so that's NQ. Then ES, I think I took another small loss. Let's see where that's at. Down here. Oh yeah, this was a really, really small one, I think. This might have been on a 30-second. Boom. I don't know. This trade was really, 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 really small. I only lost, I think, like $50 on this trade. Yeah, this was tiny. Basically, this is right as market opens. A couple minutes after, we make another equal low with that old low as my target. I see on the 1 minute we have an imbalance. I basically just play a candle closure out of it, but then immediately we get stopped out. So that was a very, very small risk trade. I just wanted to test my luck with that idea, but yeah, that's not today. So let's go into NQ. Let's see again if we missed anything. See, I took one trade here, as you see, sold 4, took profit on this candle, then got stopped out with my other 3 positions there. This one was crazy here. 6 lots. Oh no, we did get stopped out here too. So if we kind of move this way, as you guys see here, we can show you guys what I was seeing in real time. So I had this imbalance marked up here. And I see my first sell. Let's go all the way back. Yeah. Fucking hell. So my first sell here was basically you see price come into the 15-minute fair value gap, and I saw this huge displacement in a 30-second, and I basically just waited for a retrace and entered inside the fair value gap, because I saw this, and this looked like a very, very nice risk reward, and I had my stop up here, got stopped out. That was my first position. Now this position was 6 micros on this, another 6 micros on this one, and then 4 on this one. So that's why I lost so much, is because I just risked so heavy on these two. I was so confident. I was overly confident. I was so confident in this low getting taken out. I risked so much. I was basically just too confident. Thought the plays were gonna work out 100%. I mean, I accept. The thing is like, I could be mad, but like, I took the trades knowing that either I'm gonna pass the account today, because if one of these trades won, I would have passed the account today. So I kind of knew, like, okay, if these trades don't work out, I'm resetting myself big time. And that's what ended up happening. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like super, super sad or emotional about it, because like, I knew what I was doing. In my opinion, these were very, very high probability setups, and they just didn't play out. I'm not gonna cry about it. Like, you know what I mean? Trading's hard. This is the name of the game. Not every trade's gonna go your way. The problem is I just didn't do as good of a job as managing the risk as I wish I did. Because once I lose a 6 micro trade, I should either be done for the day or risk a little less and let myself take one more trade. But again, this was a similar idea as this position, and I risked the same amount and I got stopped out. I should have been done, honestly, after this. But then again, I see such a clean setup on the 5 minute. I took that as well with less risk. If I took it with more risk, I would have made, honestly, some of this back, because I did hit, on this trade, I did hit a what's it called? I sold on this key. I did hit a 1.8. So all I needed was to take this trade, right? This trade, and just risk 6 micros on this and have my TP at this level, and I would have passed the account. But the fact that I lost these two, this made my emotions so crazy that I had my full TP here for 4 contracts, and I only took off 1 here. In reality, I don't want to be going for 5R trades, bro. I have to remember, like, the money is made in the short and the smaller R trades. If I just took off 4 contracts at this level, I would barely even be in a loss. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, man. Like, I had a nice 1.8 trade, but I was so greedy. I wanted that $1,000 take profit, so I had a 5R trade. Like, dude, you're not going to be hitting a 5R trade every day. Like, I correctly predicted this movement, and that should have been enough. 55 points I predicted. Like, come on, Nick. That's my biggest gripe, is being too greedy and setting my take profit all the way down here. Just because, in my mind, I wanted to recover this loss. If I didn't take these 2 losses, my normal, if you look at my old other videos, I would take off most of my position here and then have 1 or 2 runners to bring me there, but not the other way around. I'm not going to take off 1 contract here and then let my full position basically have the TP set down here at these lows. That's just not smart. But yeah, overall, bad day. What are you gonna do? Still up on the month. Well, under 1,000 now, but this is by far my worst week. Down 1,600 this week, but I'm very confident next week will be good. And then my rebuild date is basically 2 weeks from now. So I still have 2 weeks to pass this. I'm not stressing. I think my rebuild date was the 6th, so I have a full 2 weeks left. I'm not going to tweak out. The trades were okay. Could have been better. Could have managed risk a little better. Could have set my take profits a little better, but all in all, that'll do it for today. I thought the target, I was so married to my bias of us taking out these lows that I just forced a couple trades that I shouldn't have. Because in reality, if the 5-minute is against me, like, I don't want to be involved. Like, I don't want to be longing if the 5 minutes bearish. I don't want to be shorting when the 5 minutes bullish. That's just another big thing for me. I really like sticking within the 5-minute time frame, but you know what I mean? You learn as you go. You gain experience on the charts, and you get better as time progresses. Like, that's just the name of this game. Yeah, those are my trades for today. Hope you all did better than me. Hope you guys didn't blow your account. When I was doing this, I had the feeling like, dude, if I lose these trades, I'm going to fucking YOLO the rest of the account in the next trade. And good thing I didn't. I risked 4 contracts in that 5-minute inverse, because that would have been brutal. That would have been brutal if I rested account on this, and then can we come down and I literally get stopped out? That would be freaking brutal. But yeah, it looks like now price is going to retrace into a discount of this leg. So if we break structure here and retrace into some sort of imbalance, there could be a potential trade that looks something like this. So we break structure here and we retrace into this imbalance. I would take shorts from this area right here down to here. But again, I'm done for the day for sure. I didn't lock myself out, but I'm done for the day. And yeah, that'll do it for today. Overall, we flipped bullish on all the time frames. So I guess we still need to take out this low in my opinion, but I think we're gonna come up and sweep out some more highs before we actually end up taking that low. Because if you see, there are a lot of low resistance highs, and maybe this low is the target, but we needed to take some sort of buy side first, you know? Maybe price needed to take out some of these highs as juice in order to actually make that push down. But I'm no scientist. I'm not gonna tell. There's no way I'd be able to predict that. I'm just gonna play with what the price is giving me. And price was giving me this fat, juicy, bearish for value gap on the 15-minute. So I was just gonna obviously take shorts out of there. Yeah, that'll do for today. Just yapping at this point, but hope you all learned something from today. Learn from my mistakes. I know I will. I'm only gonna get better with time. Still have the utmost faith in myself, confidence in myself that I will make this happen. I will be profitable on paper with money in the account. But yeah, that'll do for today. The journey's a long one, tough one, but we'll get through it, dude. Just can't give up. We'll get through it. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.